It's set down though. You can't just hold up the whole entire.
It's on movie. Go.
No, we don't need it on movie. We need to set it down, and you just need to say this is good or not because
it needs to be still, like a tripod.
Yeah, because by the time I tell this whole story of Sanibel,
Action.
Action.
Okay. So Sanibel.
No, wait, stop.
Sanibel.
Are you starting for real?
Yeah.
You didn't like introduce it. Like this is Jump History.
This is.
Bitch.
Don't point it at him. What the fuck are you doing?
No, I'm not a co-host or anything.
Yeah.
It's on you.
Okay. So are we good now?
Yep.
It's recording video.
But you need to drink in your hand while you're doing it.
But my drink is empty because you drank it all.
Go get a beer.
No.
Why do you need to be drinking while you're drinking?
Focus. History.
Okay. So Sanibel Island was formed because in the Chattahoochee River, they deposited a lot of sediment and stuff, but I think that actually just from Florida in general. So, eventually it formed the island of Sanibel and Captiva. Captiva. So it formed the island of Sanibel and Captiva because there's just the sediment started just forming, and I'm just gonna go between British and regular American English. What? Shut the fuck up! I'm just trying to do this video. So I don't know what the hell you're doing. You're supposed to focus on me the entire time. So then these islands started to form, but I think like Blind Pass, which is where we're staying, Blind Pass condominiums. I don't like this. But that started to form first, and then I think the island just kind of started forming because of like the sediment deposits and like the seashells and fuck. And so the Catatoy Nation were some of the first people that lived on this island, and they were Indian, but I guess they were cool. I'm not really sure because like, there's not a lot of history on them because they really don't exist anymore. But they lived on this island. I'm not sure what they did, but by the time the first settler came along, his name was Juan Hare de Quand. So like Juan, he basically just lived on this island, or like no, he just stayed on this island at first, and he was kind of like happy about it. And then what? And then he was and then like there was a problem between the other, like between him and the other like Indians, and they were like, I don't think you should live here. And he was like, oh, I like this place.
Such a shaky video. So like boom, boom.
So the Indians still live there, even though the Spanish settlers kind of came and were like, oh, we're just gonna take all the good shit from here. What? Okay. But in 1837, the Indians were given a place by the American government to like live, and they were like, we'll give you 2 moons for this island. They're like, okay. But by the time they got to that island, they were like, this place is shit, and we're not going there. So they actually shot an arrow at Juan Ponce de Calderon, and like they like killed a lot of their soldiers. But like Juan, he took an arrow to the leg actually. So not sure what happened after that. But the Indians eventually, I guess we just like honestly just like killed them all until they just like left. And in 1837, the Indians moved. Okay. Then there was Black Caesar.
Black Caesar.
Black Caesar. He was a pirate, and he did a lot of stuff. And like Sting got like really mad at him because he was a pirate. They like, and they caught him at one point. And they were like, "Listen, Black Caesar, you can't just be like pirating on our ships because like our ships are just trying to trade shit. And so they called him and they're like, okay, you either have to go to jail or you have to just stay on sea. Which honestly, like Spain, what the fuck were you thinking? Like, oh, you're a pirate. We'll give you a choice. You can either be on sea or you can honestly you're gonna pick the sea because you're a fucking pirate. So eventually he steals a boat because he's like in love with the Spanish princess. Okay, apparently we're just filming a drunk chick who passed out. And apparently we're filming my face. But, so Black Caesar, he was in love with the Spanish princess, I guess. He was the daughter. Okay, so the daughter of the king of Spain, that makes her a princess, right? So she's a princess and he was in love with her. And apparently something went wrong. So he definitely was like, I claim a war against Spain, even though like he just like captured a ship. You're not counting.
History, continue.
I am continuing, but you fucking interrupted me. Go sit down over there.
I'm trying to sit down.
Alright, good. So he declared like a war against Spain, like any Spanish ship or any ship that like sailed a flag against or sailed a flag of Spain was just like an enemy. So he was just like, oh blah blah blah, I'm gonna like attack any ship that has Spain's flag on it. And so and so eventually he was friends with we'll call the other pirate Guadalupe. And so Guadalupe was another pirate that was like sell these parts, and like Black Caesar and him had a deal like, oh, I'll have my treasure here, and he's like, okay, we'll be fine with that, and like, we'll just do that. But eventually Guadalupe and him got in a fight because like, yeah, Guadalupe. I was like,
Gwendolyn.
I feel like I'm just being ignored right now.
You're being annoyed.
Also,
You're being annoyed right now.
Annoyed or ignored?
You're being annoyed right now.
Stop puking in this now filming.
What is this amazing smelling sandwich?
Is this a sandwich? Fuck yeah. So, eventually, Guadalupe and Black Caesar.
Alright.
Can you stop?
Go.
So, Guadalupe and Black Caesar got in a fight because, like, Black Caesar was like, look at me, I have all this treasure, and, like, I own this island of, like, Sanibel.
Reach in while he's expecting it.
Like, He's talking about what else am I supposed to fucking do? I'm supposed to be like, oh, every time Greg speaks, I'm supposed to stop talking. Yeah. No, I'll fucking kill you. So, like, Guadalupe was like, oh no, what's about the law? So I'll just leave my treasure here. And like, they had a deal at some point. But then Guadalupe was like, I'm gonna steal all your fucking women.
Oh, our sandwich just got moved.
Have you ever seen Drunk History? Because there's no one else talking in it. So you're just supposed to shut the fuck up.
They're also in like a library.
I don't really care.
No one's stealing my sandwich in Drunk History.
Yeah, go sit over there if you want to eat a sandwich. Because you came over here like, oh, I need to come over here quietly. And then you're like, no, I'm going to fucking share a sandwich with someone that was asleep 5 seconds ago.
You're good.
You were puking 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I was. What about it?
Alright. I'll do it myself.
Okay. I'll just wait until you guys are done fucking talking right now.
Joe!
I don't know what the fuck you're videotaping that feet for.
Because I clipped my toenails today.
Okay, can you guys eat your sandwich and like quiet now, or?
I dropped some.
I wasn't talking. Whoa.
I was like, everyone just shut the